The acronym ANZAC stands for Australia and New Zealand Army Corps, whose soldiers were known as Anzacs. Anzac Day, April 25th, is a public holiday which broadly commemorates all Australians and New Zealanders who served and died in all wars, conflicts and peacekeeping operations. Also remains one of the most important national occasions for both Australia and New Zealand. Now let's get started. Let me know what you think about Anzacs in the comments section below so that I would like to hear your story. And also, if you're new to my channel, click on the subscribe button right now. But on Anzac Day, I decided to go out and ask general Australians in the street what Anzac Day means, what it means to them, and what they think it means to Australia. And these are the results. Let's get to it.
Okay, what it means to me, Anzac Day. Okay, it means getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It means getting my grandfather's and great-grandfather's medals out, putting them on, getting myself dressed up to face the day, getting out to the dawn service at 4:30 in the morning, then getting up, then after the dawn service at 4:30, getting to the 5 o'clock service, and then catching the ferry over the city. And what that's all about is that it's about respecting the fallen that have fallen in France, the Somme, all over the place, New Guinea, all the theatres of war in the Pacific, all the theatres of war up to today, Afghanistan, all those people that are serving Australia to protect our country for the freedom and the rights and democracy we have in this country, which is the very lucky country that we live in, Australia. We have a democratic country, freedom of speech. We have the right to choose whatever we want to do as far as our jobs go, our lifestyle, and who we communicate with, how we want to live, and the likes of all that. So we're in effect a utopia, an island paradise that really has never been invaded and has an excellent lifestyle, which is because of the people that have fallen for us, have protected us, and have been through hell and back to create this lifestyle. And so the respect for Anzac Day is where it lies, and we must do that every year and carry that tradition on from generation to generation.
Anzac Day is a day where we commemorate all the soldiers that fought at war for our country, and on this day people do march passes, people dress up and walk for all the soldiers that fought for our country. It's important to us because they fought for this country that we live in today. Many of them lost their lives, and yeah, it's a day that we honour what they did for us.
Okay, Anzac Day is where Australian and New Zealand soldiers went overseas to make the greatest sacrifice to fight for our freedom, and it's a very important day, and today is the day that we remember them and honour the sacrifice that they made for our country. Everyone that pretty much participated in the war, or members of them of past and present participated in the war, march as a way of honouring, I guess, honouring their sacrifice they made for us. And yeah, it's just a day of pretty much remembering, not forgetting, I guess, continuing to remember what they did for us and the sacrifice they made.
Pretty much Australia and New Zealand were pretty much hand in hand in the World War II and World War I efforts, and that's just pretty much a day to reflect the loss and the victory of those soldiers. Well, Anzac Day is an important day. It's an important day to reflect on what Australian people and New Zealand people did for Australia during the World Wars, and it's an important day to spread the value of mateship and really enjoy just this day out. Like, obviously we're reflecting on the loss, but like, if you have mates, you go out and you have fun, and you obviously keep that in mind. And to all Australians, it's an important day because a lot of lives are lost, and they fought for all the values of Australians today. I think we're pretty close. We have a pretty good relationship, but back then it was obviously extremely close because, you know, we're two isolated countries pretty much from the rest of the world, and we're pretty much band together to fight against one of the strongest forces in the world. But in terms of today, I think we're still pretty close, but not as close as we were, obviously, back then.
I feel like it means sort of, no matter who you are or where you come from, we're all Australians, and we all have this sort of bond, and I know that there was that threat earlier today, or earlier like a couple of days ago, that something would happen today, but it's the idea of not letting other extremists or whatever win, and just coming out and having a great time. Like, it's the Australian perseverance that I think really categorises us as a strong country.
Definitely, I think it means it's got a lot to do with mateship. It's a day that you get a day off from work, but you get to spend it with people that you love and care about, and I think that's really the whole purpose of what the Anzacs fought for, was so that we could be free and have a chance to spend time with each other. Anzac stands for Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, and I think to all Australians it's a chance to appreciate our freedom, especially in a world that sort of attempts to take that away from us.
The most advanced fighter in the world.